Hello everyone, you're listening to the Earful Tower podcast. I'm delighted to bring you a very different episode today. It's one of the on-the-go episodes, but before we get into that, a little bit of background. This season I'm going through all the arrondissements, 1 through 20. Today we're at number 8, and I'm trying a few different things this season, and this episode is a good example of it. Instead of getting a special guest who knows best, I took my wife Lena, aka Lovely Lena, and we went exploring the 8th arrondissement for the entire day with the microphone and just pointing out things that we found. So get ready to join us on this journey. But before we get started, I want to remind everyone this show is brought to you by the people at My Private Paris. Marie, who called herself recently the heart of the company, one of the tour guides, she explained the 8th arrondissement for us. She's on at the very end of the episode. We're on the Champs-Élysées, and this is a little clip from that where she's explaining the 8th arrondissement. So here's what she says.
So the 8 is known to be really grand. You have the Champs-Élysées, largest avenue of Paris. You have the art. You have all the businesses and all the great boutiques such as Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermès. So here you can feel like you're really up class. You know, there is this classy feeling, but at the same time, it's kind of not what we prefer as Parisian, because there is not this little charm of little bakeries there or little shops, but it is something impressive for sure. You need to pass the 8 at one point.
So there you have it, kind of elegant, expensive. That's the kind of theme that'll run through this episode as we travel around the whole district exploring. But strap in tight, here we go, 8th arrondissement from the back of the scooter, visiting some of the main sites. I'm not going to read any emails at the end or anything like that, because this is a bit of a longer episode. Oh yeah, and when we popped into La Durée, the place that sells the fancy macarons, you're going to hear that I just left the microphone running for a while as we got into a conversation with one of the staff members there. And I kept it as it is, and I kept it in because I think it'll make you feel like you're in Paris. It's a very typical conversation as far as I'm concerned, with a very typical Frenchman. And I think it's a good example of life in the capital when you're a tourist, or indeed when you live here like I do. So let's get into it. 8th arrondissement, tying it all together is a little bit of music. I just got it off one of the Creative Commons here. It's called Theme for a One-Handed Piano Concerto, whatever that means, by Sir Cubworth. But that's what's going to be tying it all together. And I figured a bit of elegant music for an elegant arrondissement. Here we go. Lovely Lena.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm very, very well. A little bit disappointed.
It's been the plan today was 8 a.m. would be in the 8th arrondissement.
Yeah, rise and bright. No, wait, rise and shine, bright and early. That's it.
It didn't happen like that. And it's because it seemed that I had a puncture in the back wheel of the scooter, the back tire.
Tried to say that quickly 10 times.
I tried to take it into the repair shop. The guy took one look at it and he said it in French, but I'll say it in English. He said, "Your tire, sir, is dead." Very French.
Very philosophical.
Like, philosophical.
Yes.
As if
it
maybe...
says a lot about a nation.
He said,
it doesn't.
He said, "Votre pneu, monsieur, il est mort."
Il est mort.
Which sounds quite nice, actually.
Yeah, it's very poetic.
Anyway, so it's a late start to the day, but we're about to get off. It's a bit like the honeymoon season again.
We already had a coffee, as you can probably tell from all of his voice.
So we're going to jump on the scooter now, head to the 8th, explore, and bring you with us.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever you are in the world, forget about that now. Close your eyes, unless you're driving.
Yes.
And imagine that you are being transported into the 8th arrondissement of Paris.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So we've just pulled onto the Champs-Élysées, officially in the 8th arrondissement. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to my studio.
Welcome to the back of the scooter.
Here's the sound of going down the Champs-Élysées on scooter. Ah! Funny that you screamed. I actually think it's worth a good scream every now and again. Up ahead of us I see the Arc de Triomphe. We're heading towards it. But we're going to turn left and head to the Petit Palais.
Wow, it's such a nice day.
Crossing! Ah! So now we've just got off the scooter and parked it a little bit, I'd say a little bit dodgy parking.
Nah.
You don't think?
No, it's within the lines.
It's within the
We're
line.
okay.
Yeah, but there's a rule that you can do, that you can park a scooter anywhere where it's paid parking for free.
Yes.
Did you know that?
No.
Well, that's what I've been doing. That's what I heard is the rule. Anyway, that sound of kind of water running is a little fountain right at the front of the Petit Palais, across from the Grand Palais.
It kind of looks like an artichoke.
It does.
Yeah, I'll take a picture.
Okay, take a picture. And we're standing near a statue of a particularly grumpy-looking Winston Churchill. And behind us is the beautiful Pont Alexandre III, which I think legally is in the 8th arrondissement, but it's the big gold one with the golden statues on top and the Invalides at the back. This is a very grand district, it's safe to say. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk into the Petit Palais
and have a grand coffee.
Yeah, and then the idea is to have a little look around. I've got no idea anything about the Grand Palais, the big one.
You know what? I've never been in.
I've never been in either.
I've been here for 5 years and I've never been in.
I
And
didn't
that
even know
is
if you
a
can go in.
crime against humanity.
So we're going to see what happens when you walk and try and go. Look, you can see people up on the roof by the French flag. We'll take a picture of that too.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if we can do that. That looks amazing. All I know about the Grand Palais is that Mission Impossible had a scene in there, the latest one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that?
And now we'll have a Mission Possible.
Well, let's see. Let's see. We'll walk into both of them like we own the place. And last time I said that to you, Lena, I said we're going to some place that looked a little bit difficult to get. I said, Lena, just pretend you own the place. And when we walked past the guy at the door, she looked at him. She goes, "Clean your shoes." Don't do that this time.
Oh my. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
We're in.
Yes, we are.
First impressions.
We made it. Free entry.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This is amazing. You just get in for free.
I know.
You're greeted by the most incredible hallway.
Yes.
With, marble sculptures all the way down.
Mm.
And then you take a quick turn. There's art. I'm looking at a piece that's 4 meters high. A painting.
This is really interesting because it's kind of it's the permanent collection, but it seems to be a contemporary artist mixed in with like the classic pieces. So, yeah, I'm intrigued.
Do you know what gets me? That the ceiling here is so high that I think if you gave a tennis ball to 100 people, I'd think you'd be lucky if one of them could throw that tennis ball to hit the ceiling.
Yeah, I think
Honestly,
you're right.
Okay, maybe 2 of them could. But just a typical 100.
God, have you seen this room in here?
Okay, we're going to keep exploring, guys,
Yes.
but I can already tell you this place is worth a visit.
Yeah.
And it's free. Saving. Lena?
Yes?
We've just stumbled into paradise.
I know, this is too good to be true. I find it hard. I think I lost my words. Everything's like blossoming and it's an oasis in here.
Where we're standing is out in next to the cafe in the Petit Palais.
Yes.
The main entrance hall was absolument empty.
I know, it's really weird.
Yeah, strange.
Why?
I don't know.
What do people know that we don't know?
I've got a theory.
What?
People think museums in Paris, Louvre, Musée d'Orsay, Rodin.
They forget about this.
They don't even know about this.
They don't even know?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people don't know. I'm true. I'm serious.
Yeah?
But what we just did is we took a long walk around, saw a lot of different, sort of, like you said before, a lot of modern mixed with, what's the word for old school paintings?
That.
Yeah, old school.
Yes.
But now we've just popped out the back and a sort of incredibly beautiful blue sky on a winter's day in this garden with, what would you call it?
I would call it an oasis.
But the way that the arch...
It's like palm trees. It's kind of an inner courtyard filled with little ponds and all sorts of vegetalia.
Yeah, well, there's a word for, I don't know what the word is, but it's like a semicircle, like a not a coliseum, a crescent-shaped courtyard, full of greenery and ponds. And we're standing here taking pictures of everything. Too many pictures, maybe.
Too many.
Because it's
I don't know what to do with them all.
It's one of those you just point and shoot and it looks good.
I know, it's incredible.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to sit down at this coffee shop. I recommended it once before. I've come here. If my parents are listening, I came here with you guys. Remember that?
That was good.
I don't know if anyone else is listening, but totally worth it. Who knows if the coffees and stuff are good?
It doesn't really matter with this kind of view.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it would be a plus. I wouldn't mind a good coffee.
We're going to go and find it out, guys. We'll report back.
Okay, bye.
So we're sitting down now at the interior of the cafe in the Petit Palais.
Nice and warm.
It would have been nicer to sit in the exterior.
Yes, but maybe for the summer.
Yeah, I think it's too cold to sit out there. But you're having a hot chocolate, €5.
Sort of delicious.
Is it good?
It's alright. It's alright.
If you guys want to know what I'm drinking, the answer is nothing.
Yeah, I
And
know. It's sitting there dry.
You guys are probably thinking, Oliver, have a coffee. Tell us what it's like. We want to know. But no, let me tell you why I'm not. Because this month, in fact, it was last month, I bit the bullet and decided to support a few Paris creators on Patreon. 2.
Which ones?
Jay Swanson
Oh yeah, Jay.
and the Europeans podcast.
Nice guys.
All nice guys. They're doing good things in Paris, and I justify it by I'm just going to go without a coffee once a month for each of them. And the reason I bring it up is because that's how this show survives. If you guys think you can do the same thing, do it. Give up your coffee, get a membership. And then you can
Sit there dry for a second.
and then you can sit there watching your loved one have a coffee and shooting them death stares for not sharing it.
Yeah, and then forcing them to share it.
Yeah. So, drink up.
Alright, go for it. Have a taste.
No, but seriously, guys, patreon.com/The Earful Tower. That's how this show survives. And join now for plenty of good times. And, importantly, the newsletters. The new Earful Extra newsletters. Everything mentioned in the episodes goes in the newsletters with a picture.
They're good. They're quite impressive.
It took me ages to do it.
I know.
And, like, you have the power, Lena, now. You could mention something. I have to put it in by law. Mention something.
What do you mean?
Particular piece of artwork from in there.
Oh, wow. Well, you put me on the spot. Oh, I found a big sculpture of a man. It looks like he's picking his nose from the right angle, so that's a bit of fun.
Did you take a picture?
I did.
Oh, great. That'll be in there as well.
There you go.
Okay, next up after this chocolat show for one is the Grand Palais. No idea anything about it. And then on for some snacks around at some famous places in the 8th arrondissement, the elegant 8th arrondissement.
There's one in particular, a brioche tigre, tiger brioche, that I'm very excited about.
And
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
So, Oliver, what do you think about the Grand Palais?
Let down.
Really?
Yeah, let down.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought it. Why?
People have asked me before, what goes on in there?
Yeah,
I've never been, so I say to them, magic.
magic.
I say Mission Impossible.
Narnia.
I say events.
Yeah.
So today, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do this episode with you was to go inside there.
I know.
You know what happened when I opened the door?
Tell me.
Monsieur, you can't come in here!
Oh no.
She wouldn't let me in. She wouldn't let me in because it turns out this place is only open for special events and expositions,
Yeah.
of which there's not even one on at the moment.
So we continue. Our white whale continues
I
to
know.
live.
It's just sitting empty now.
I know. What a waste.
It's very disappointing, but I've looked
What
them
do you
up.
think it should be? Co-working space?
Okay, Lena's referring to my controversial plan to turn some of the big empty churches into Paris into co-working spaces.
It's very controversial.
Well, I think I've said this before, not on the show though, but there's so many churches that are so big and so empty. And I think, what about just 2 days a week,
Yeah.
let people go in there and have meetings and bring people in
Have a
for a
little
community
event.
feel.
Yes.
But I realize that deeply religious people will be offended by that, so I apologize.
So we might scrap this.
I'm not going to scrap it.
Okay,
It's still a good idea.
Okay.
Anyway, the Grand Palais is shut, but I looked them up online and they do have some big exhibitions coming up, including one interactive Pompeii explosion kind of thing.
That
which
sounds
looks,
really dangerous.
it looks really cool though. Did you see the
Once
picture?
in a lifetime kind of exhibition.
It looks like you sort of walk through the streets of Pompeii on the day that it exploded or whatever. The Mount Vesuvius, I suppose.
Interesting.
Look, I looked them up on Instagram too. It looks beautiful inside there, and I'd recommend that you look up, if you want to go inside there virtually, watch the latest Mission Impossible.
Yeah, don't they... What? How does he get in?
I think he goes down through the skylight, I think, yeah.
There's a helicopter
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, I think there's a huge party there. But anyway, I'm not going to promote them
right.
anymore because you guys aren't going to get in there, and neither am I. Go to the Petit Palais, which we're sitting in the sun looking at from across the road.
Much better.
And then if you're anything like us, scoot up the road about 100 meters, go onto the Champs-Elysees and explore some of the treasures there, which is exactly what we're about to do.
Some shopping, some fooding,
Oh, here we go.
some more shopping.
Oh my.
We'll see.
Champs-Élysées, the most beautiful avenue in the world, right up there, running through the heart of the 8th arrondissement. Shall we see it?
I think so.
Let's do it. Stop the podcast.
Stop right now.
I've just seen something that to me sums up this part of town.
And what is that?
So we parked the scooter. So first, a bit of background information. If you ever want to visit the Champs-Élysées and go full tourist mode, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Yeah. But what my public service announcement is, don't walk all the way from Concorde in the start, because you're going to be doing about 25-30 minutes of walking along essentially a highway.
Yeah, it's like nonsense walking.
No, so
You just waste your energy.
Wasting energy.
Yeah.
So mark it in your map to begin at the intersection of Montaigne. Is that how you pronounce it? Montaigne?
Yeah, I think so.
And Champs-Élysées. And then what we did is we started walking down Montaigne. We turned right onto François the First, right?
Yes.
And that's why I stopped, because I've seen something. It's kind of sick, actually. Firstly, there's a homeless guy across the road. And then on the other side of the road, there's a shop called Bleu comme Gris. Probably lovely people. But they've got a dress in the window for a child of, I would say, the kid that wears that dress can't be more than 3 years old, right?
Something like that.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you describe the dress and then I'll say the price.
Okay, so it's kind of like it's a beautiful French lace with gold thread, doubled on like a silk taffeta dress, adorned with some gold buttons.
So you described that very well. Thank you for that.
Okay.
I would have said a gold dress.
Yes.
But it's not an antique. Like, I think they've made it new, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, the price, 1,260 euros.
There you go. It's a bargain.
That's sick.
But you get gold buttons.
Look, there's a homeless guy there as well.
I know. It's weird.
This area is a bit weird, to be quite fair. But hey, look, if that's the kind of person you are, fair enough. We're going to keep walking. We're going to have some lunch and stuff. But I'm taking pictures because the architecture around here is absolutely stunning.
Everything's so grand. I'm taking a picture of the dress.
Lena's taking a picture of the dress. Onwards. So now we're walking.
And talking.
We've just done a full lap of the block and saw some interesting things. We went past the American Cathedral.
I had no idea that even existed.
I had no idea it existed either.
No.
It's pretty nice, free to enter. Bring your laptop, it said out the front.
Stop it.
Co-working space. No, but it was quite small, but it was interesting, all in English.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Completely empty.
Then we went past the Crazy Horse.
That's right.
And
it was a small, modest entrance.
For people who don't know the Crazy Horse, it's kind of like the Moulin Rouge, I guess.
Yeah.
But the women in there, they told us it was kind of 50% tourists, 50% Parisians.
Yeah.
Which she said was rather unlike the Moulin Rouge. And I said, does anyone want to do an interview? And they kind of gave me a business card and said, get out.
Yeah, they kind of, what do you call it? Like shoved you off.
Yeah, they shoved me off.
Yeah, that's it. Shoved.
And then we walked past the famous Plaza Athénée Hotel, or Athénée.
Yes.
Pretty fancy.
Very fancy.
It kind of made me feel like it's a different city.
Yeah, a little bit.
The one that me and you live in.
Yes, it was kind of like stepping into a different world. Maybe also enhanced by the perfumed air.
True,
it was just like heavy. Yes.
And I had a little look at the menus just to see what things cost, and I shrieked like a child.
For just a classic little croque monsieur.
Croque monsieur with a few pastries.
Yeah.
80 euros.
Deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
We didn't eat there.
We didn't.
There were, just to give you, if you never heard of it before, we'll eat in a sec.
Yeah.
But it was all pictures of celebrities on the wall, which like big celebrities,
yes.
like Tom Hanks and Mike Tyson and stuff
and
like
Ingrid
that.
Bergman.
Did you see Ingrid Bergman?
I did,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And then, I don't know, we left.
And we left.
But I did notice, to give people, especially in America, an idea of this street that we're walking down, Montaigne, Avenue Montaigne. I saw a sign that said it had fairly recently, like 20 years ago, been twinned with Madison Avenue in Manhattan.
Yes.
So that'll give you an idea. Maybe not the kind of avenue we should be walking along.
Oh, definitely.
We're going to turn left now and head on to the Champs-Élysées again and have some lunch. Shouldn't have had those cocktails in the plaza. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, time for the Champs-Élysées.
Can't wait.
So we're sitting in a restaurant. When people say the Galerie Lafayette, they probably think of the big one on Boulevard Usman, Haussmann.
Yeah, rightfully so. That's been the only one for like ages.
This one's quite new then.
Yeah.
What do you know about this place?
Not much, unfortunately.
It seems like they're going for... So it's a big department store on the Champs-Elysees.
Yeah.
People seem to be pretty...
But it feels smaller. It's
Oh,
like
for sure.
smaller than the other one, and it's a bit more like boutique-y.
And you said to me, if I am going to be dragged around the 8th arrondissement all day, you said you have to take me to the restaurant Oursin.
Yes.
What's Oursin?
Oursin.
Is that a sea urchin? I think it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know how to say octopus in French?
Is it poule?
Poulpe? Good. I'm glad I asked you. So this place seems pretty nice. We've got a view out over... I can see the Eiffel Tower, actually.
It's actually really quite stunning. And so the restaurant is designed by Jacques Mus. It's very popular lately. And I've seen lots of pictures of this. And
And he
lots
designed
of
the
good-
restaurant or the...
Yeah, the interior here.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Vous avez choisi?
Oui, moi je prends le cabillaud.
D'accord.
S'il vous plaît.
Et moi, je prends le poulpe.
Le poulpe?
Le poulpe.
D'accord.
Ouais.
Et vous voulez boire quelque chose?
Je prends juste...
D'eau, si ça
D'accord.
marche.
Oui? Super, merci.
But this place is nice, yeah. I like the way they've designed it. It's got a bit of a
It's
Santorini
beautiful.
feel.
Yes,
It's a seafood restaurant.
it is.
Hence the octopus and
They
the
have
cabillaud
a-
that Lena took, which is cod.
They have like a tree growing in the middle of the restaurant.
It looks like a real
Vines.
tree as well.
Yeah, so the vines are kind of, they're just growing everywhere up into the structure of the ceiling even. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
We'll take some pictures.
So just the plan for the rest of the day, we've done a lot of walking now. The plan is that we're going to go and check out a couple of the famous pastry places. I don't know if we're going to make it to all of them, but La Durée is around the corner.
Yes.
One of the Pierre Hermé is around the corner.
Oh wow, this turns into a day of eating.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
First thing you need to know, lunch was really good. Delicious.
Very good.
Go there, gets our blessing.
Yeah.
But
Bit
then,
fishy.
then we went to Pierre Hermé at number 86. 13 people lining up to get a macaron.
And I ain't having any of that.
Well, you know, I pride myself on giving honest advice. Trusty Bob, I call myself. I wouldn't advise anyone line up that long to
No.
get anything.
But you know what's funny?
What?
Now we're in La Durée. I can't pronounce it
I know, La
properly.
Durée.
La Durée.
So now we're lining up where there's about
But
20 people.
20.
But look, the reason I'm doing it is for you guys at home because honestly, I would never do this.
I've never done it.
I
And
would-
I think that says a lot.
But-
5 years in Paris and we never done this.
It's exceptionally touristy.
Yeah.
It's no local people are going to be doing this kind of stuff.
No.
But I think a lot of the people listening to this might be interested, so that's what we're going to do. It is beautiful though. There's no denying that, and people seem quite excited. Yes. Yes.
You can go straight at the bar.
Okay.
To wait, same selection, same price.
We'll do it. We're coming.
Perfect, thank you. Oh god, that was a...
Are you doing an interview?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to be in it?
Yeah, why not?
Talk to me. What do you do here?
So I'm a bartender here. I just started since a week now.
Oh wow.
And so I make a cocktail, a glass of wine, hot chocolate,
Wow.
macaron.
Okay.
And it's a pleasure for me to work such in a famous house as La Durée, you know.
And which is the best macaron that we should have? The best.
The best one,
Yeah.
it really because we have all the taste, you know. So it's really depend on your taste.
Your favorite?
My favorite, I guess, is the vanilla, maybe. Vanilla.
That's so
and,
boring.
Caramel.
Surely you got like crocodile flavor or something.
Crocodile. No, sir. We have snake flavor, but not crocodile. Okay, you can just so you have all the boxes and price.
Okay.
The selection of macarons. Je fais le tour et j'arrive.
Thank you. So now we're sitting at the bar. Let's have a look here.
Oh, I feel like I'm in a club.
It does has a bit of a nightclub
Yeah,
atmosphere.
but
here.
instead of like overpriced drinks, they have beautiful little pastry treats.
So just to give you guys at home a bit of an idea, if you get a packet of macarons for 6 macarons, it's 17 euros and 10 cents for some reason. So I guess we'll get that.
Yeah.
And
let's do it.
let's
Well, I guess we have to do the...
yeah, a box of 6, I think. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Color do you need?
What color box? Oh my god.
Blue, green, or pink?
Pink.
We will
please.
take pink. Yes,
Yes.
please.
Do you already know about the flavor that you need?
I have heard that vanilla is really good.
The vanilla is perfect.
So we'll start with vanilla.
All right.
I'm quite happy to take just a mix.
There's one called Marie Antoinette, and it's pink with some kind of like black little things on top.
And there's no word on the flavors, but if I were just to skim
it's
through
Marie
it,
Antoinette flavor.
if I were to skim through it quick, there's
Do you think I would lose my head over that one?
there's lemon, salted caramel, rose, orange blossom, chocolate, passion fruit, raspberry, pistachio, coffee, vanilla. People at home, their mouths are probably watering.
I know.
Keep your eyes focused on the road, you guys on the commute. I'm looking at you, Kim Loftus, told me she takes her evening commute on Monday, listening to this.
Oh look,
I'm
there are some called the Oh La La macarons.
Do you think we should just take his recommendation?
I think we should. Let's do it.
With the Marie Antoinette thrown in.
There's a heart-shaped one
Oh, that's nice.
with mango, turmeric, and ginger.
All right. I think we'll take your recommendation, actually.
Vanilla?
Yeah, and well, no, a mix of everything, including with
Try the Marie Antoinette maybe?
exactly.
And the salted caramel. And the rest is up to you.
All right. So I put vanilla, caramel, pistachio, passion, chocolate,
Perfect.
and the Marie Antoinette way.
Sounds fantastic.
So Marie Antoinette, the taste is black tea and red fruit.
Black tea and red fruit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of special.
Is it so good that we'll lose our head over it?
I think so. You lose the microphone over it.
Stole Lena's joke. So I got a question for you. So what's your name, by the way?
Angie.
Angie.
Yeah.
My question for you is, there's a lot of people that will be listening to this, a lot of Americans, Australians.
Yes. Are you working for a magazine?
I'm working for my own podcast called The
Alright.
Earful Tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Earful, like the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel
Yeah, you
Tower.
get it.
Yeah, that's nice.
You're going to be on it, so you
And
have to
it's
listen.
like for SoundCloud website.
It's for podcast. It's
Podcast.
everywhere. People can listen on Spotify,
On
iTunes,
Spotify.
wherever you want.
So I'm gonna be famous
It's
then.
one of the most popular travel podcasts in the world.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, you're
Where's
in
the
it.
contract, man? How my money?
You're hustling me. Oh my god. Where's the free macarons, man?
Oh, bro. Maybe inside there's one more. I don't know.
But I was
So
getting.
you have a question for me?
Yeah, my question is, imagine now you're talking to thousands of people around the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes people think, Parisian people are not friendly, right? So
You know why it's wrong?
Tell me.
Because Paris, it's a really cosmopolite city. So there is people from everywhere in the world, and sometimes it's true, like people are a bit stressful, because of work, because of the subway and everything. But I think you cannot do a préjugé or cliché about people in a city. Like you can find some people like this and other like this. So it's just it's not true.
I agree with you, and I think you're the proof. You've been very friendly to us, so thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, very charming.
Who said Parisians are unfriendly?
Right.
We're finishing up the day eating more pastry. So we came to your bucket list place, Thierry Marx.
Yes, so I found this video on some sort of social media, and it's this kind of tubular looking croissant that is all like tiger striped, and the woman in the video, she kind of broke it open, and out came this gorgeous looking interior sauce.
Sure.
And it looked amazing. So it's been on my bucket list ever since I saw it, and here we are. And
Well, first to set the scene, we're sitting on the table there. Sort of, it's late afternoon now. Customers are getting their last pastries for the day. We're sitting on the table where you sit on what looks like scooters or motorbike seats. Like it's designed to look like a scooter.
yeah,
But we ate the tiger brioche. Time for your review.
really,
Honest review.
but it's right in front of the people who work here. This is awkward.
Does that mean it's not going to be a good review?
No. Well, I think maybe it's not really worth the hype.
Oh.
Yes. I felt like it was too much goo inside and a little bit dry. The pastry was a bit dry.
One day in the 8th arrondissement, now
know.
you're slamming anything
know.
subpar.
What is
as soon as we get
happening
off the
to me?
Champs-Elysees. But it's a nice place.
Yeah, definitely.
It's alright.
It's alright.
We haven't
Happy to try it.
Yeah, we haven't eaten the macarons yet, but we all know that anything from La Durée is delicious.
Yeah.
So no point in getting into that. That's going to be delish. We'll eat that later. What we're thinking to do is spend the last part of our afternoon in the Parc Monceau.
I think we're going to walk off all the food of today.
The Parc Monceau is a huge, beautiful park right on the edge of the 8th arrondissement. It is totally worth it. It's one of my, I think it's my favorite park in Paris.
Yes, me too.
So that's where we're heading off after we finish up here. But I kind of wanted to get your last thoughts later on the 8th.
I really like it. I think it's nice and grand and clean and beautiful and old Paris. Grand. How about you?
My feeling was like we don't really come here, and it was really nice to be here. But I said to you before, like it doesn't make me go, I want to come back again tomorrow.
No, me neither.
It feels like when you take a holiday to a foreign city and you don't really know what's going on, and you kind of like.
And you walk down the main streets, which
and
is
you don't know if you're getting ripped off.
and you're like, oh, this is nice, but it's kind of, for me, that's not the most charming part of Paris.
But it's definitely worth a visit.
It's quite spectacular.
Well, thank you for joining me on this day.
Yes.
It's fun to do an on-the-go episode like
So
those ones
fun.
we did.
I love it.
Around the country and in Versailles and stuff. If anyone wants to follow Lena at Parisian Postcards on Instagram.
That's me.
As for me, I'm going to scoot back to the Champs-Élysées now and meet Marie, who's going to give us a little story about, well, I don't even really know, something in the 8th arrondissement she said is going to blow my mind.
I wonder what it could be.
So that'll be Marie from My Private Paris. Book a tour with them. Lena, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Marie.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ouais, ça va bien.
Why are we standing in the middle of the Champs-Élysées?
Because we are on the 8th, and that's the episode of today, isn't it?
And do you like the 8th?
I'm coming there often. Saying that I like it, I mean, it depends on the pieces, you know,
Right.
like where we are right now. Maybe it's not my favorite moment.
I've
here.
been walking around wondering if Parisians like to come around here, and my feeling was no.
Not really. I mean, we're passing there, but we never really go. I mean, I will not go shopping here because it's too much people, obviously, around us. And so, yeah, just passing by, why not? But not staying too long.
Yeah. And how often do you think you're on the Champs-Élysées?
For my personal life?
Yeah,
You
forgetting
mean, like,
tour
for-
guiding.
for-
I mean,
for-
just. Yeah.
Okay, well, it happened that I have a friend working here, so I'm coming
So
here.
every day?
No, not every day, but I'm coming here sometime to drink some wine with my
Yeah.
friends. But
And what was that place? We can give them a shout out.
so it's in the new Galerie Lafayette on Champs-Élysées. It's called Yard. And so-
Yard. It's got a little American vibe.
Yes.
Why? I just met the guy, really nice guy, so everyone seems like a good place to go. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
No.
We're here to talk about some place that's going to blow my mind, you said.
Yeah. You know, we used to have a king in France. Did you know that?
Certainly
yeah.
I knew that. Yeah, you had several.
Yeah, we
One
had
of them was
several.
killed by a pig. That's what Bertrand says.
It's true. And we have one that died at the end of the Champs-Élysées, just right there on the Place Concorde, Louis XVI and his wife Marie Antoinette. And we don't really tell the story of after, right? Like where are they now? And so what happened with the bodies is actually we buried them in a little cemetery that is just behind the Church Madeleine. And this cemetery was changed completely. Now it's a little park, actually. And in the middle of this park, you have something called Chapelle Expiatoire. It's a very weird monument where we just have this glorious, magnificent chapel that is dedicated to Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Because what happened is, so they were buried there, and then a long time after, in 1815, we decided that we're going to build a beautiful chapel to remember them and to pray for them. But what is most interesting is every year, on the 21st of January, we do this special ceremony to think about them. And the King of France, or let's say Louis de Bourbon, Louis XX, is Spanish, but he claimed to be the descendant of the Bourbon dynasty. So he's coming every year to see us.
So this is a guy that's still alive, would be the King of France if they...
If we decided to have a King of France and a royal monarch, yeah, that would be him.
And hang on, he comes here every 21st of January to go to...
Every year he's coming to see his fans. He has some fans till today, yes.
But he lives in Spain?
He lives in Spain, yes.
He could never be the King of France if he's hanging out in Spain all the time.
Well, actually, it's pretty complicated. But let's say the Bourbon family is now having a branch in Spain, but is known as to be probably the actual official,
Right.
descendant. So
And what about this chapel, I guess we could
yes,
say?
chapelle. Oui.
I've heard about it before, but I've never been there. Is
Okay.
it something that a tourist can go into? Or?
Of course, yeah, you can visit it. There is a ticket, I think it's about €8, and you can just go in and you have the old explanation about the cemetery that was there before, what they did with the bodies of Marie Antoinette and with the 16. Now they're not there anymore because they were transferred again to another place. They are now in the Basilica Saint-Denis.
Right, that's where everyone's buried, all the
Yes,
things and stuff, right?
exactly. So now they're over there, but for a long time they were in this chapel, and so you still have statues of them, and it's a nice chapel, but you will stay maybe 20 minutes there,
Right.
So it's on your way. It's interesting.
Okay. So, and that's somewhere in the 8th, obviously. I'll put the address
Yes.
in the show notes,
Yes.
but say the name of it again.
So it's Chapelle Expiatoire,
Okay.
and I say there's a little garden around, but when you feel, some energy there, they're not really good because you are standing on a former cemetery. All the bones are now in the catacombs, but there's still these weird vibes when you go there.
Okay, so that's definitely something to find. I think for the most part, though, this is an arrondissement for tourists and not for living. But there's
And-
nothing wrong with that.
No, and there's a lot of businesses also. I mean, a lot of people are actually working in the 8. So you will see a lot of Parisians, but maybe they won't live here, but maybe they will work during the day here. And then that's why at nighttime, you have few restaurants, but the bars, the most interesting places, they will probably not be around the Champs-Élysées.
I got a question for you to finish up on. Have you been inside the Grand Palais before?
Inside the Grand
Yeah.
Palais, of course, yeah,
And-
many times. It's always different. That's what is good about the Grand Palais.
Because I've never been inside. I'm beginning to wonder if it's ever open.
Oh, what?
Except
No.
for Tom Cruise.
No, you can go there. I mean, the Grand Palais is, sometimes they go, you can go for ice skating, for
Yeah,
example, in
right.
wintertime.
I heard about that.
Sometimes there is this exhibition where they have trees and plants that are massive all around the Grand Palais. You have cars. If you're into vintage cars, you have this exhibition also. So it's very interesting.
So it's
always
just a matter of keeping your eyes open for what's on. Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, thank you for the tips, and I'll see you again. I think it's Bertrand next week, but I'll see you again soon.
Of course.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Oliver.